Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our very first reading of the new year 2021. This Friday, January 1st, 2021. Let's get these cards shuffled up and let's see what the energy for this New Year's Day is going to be all about. What we want to know, what we want to think about, and things that we may want to consider as we get into our day. Today is usually my day off, but I'll be going into work today. I am working a holiday, which I'm kind of stoked about. I do enjoy where I'm working, and I do enjoy the people I'll be working with today, so it'll be a lot of fun for me. And some extra money, of course, right? Can never go wrong with that. So let's get these cards cut, put on a table, and let's see what the energy for today is all about. So two piles are down, and finally now our third pile. And let's see. I'm definitely feeling the vibe off this first pile, probably because it's the new year, first day of the month, all those things. So let's see what we get for a card, shall we? And we have the High Priestess, which is our major arcana card, right? And number 2 in the major arcana deck. Let's talk a bit about this card. If you remember yesterday, one of the cards that we got was corresponding with the Empress, and so today we have the High Priestess. When I see this card, some of the key words that come to mind for me is spirituality. Subconscious absolutely comes to mind, as well as thirst for knowledge, mystery, higher power, silence, no action comes to mind. In other words, being still, listening to the intuition and considering what the action is going to be versus creating an action abruptly. It's all about evolution. It's all about utilizing our soul and our higher being in order to get through things that we need and that we want to get through. This is all about our personality and how we respond versus react to situations, and how we should respond versus react to situations. And it's about our third eye, about intuitively knowing what the right thing to do, what the right thing to say is, and then putting that into action after some careful consideration. So when we look at this, some of the things that we do want to consider as well is our shadow self, right? So with the shadow self, one of the things that comes to mind is, are you being a bit overindulgent? Are you being a bit creating that vibe of self-importance going on right now? Are you being a bit excessive? And maybe even lacking in empathy. These are all shadow self-works that we want to look at to see if it's things that we're doing, and if we are, maybe correcting that behavior a bit so that we're not actually putting out poor feelings and ill feelings towards others, as well as bad vibes. And another part of this shadow aspect is, are you really ignoring your inner voice? Are you really ignoring your intuition? And many people are really guilty of that one. If nothing else on the shadow list, certainly that's one of the ones that really is the most common, where we tend to ignore that inner voice, we tend to ignore that intuition, and we do things with our brain instead of our intuitive self. And so for today, that is the take-home point. Follow your intuition, follow that inner voice to put things right for yourself as well as for others. Now, again, this card corresponds with the twos, right? And so with each two, one of the things that comes up with twos is compatibility, unity, partnership, creating a game plan to move forward, putting pieces together, looking at developing a plan. So with the High Priestess, this is important because if you follow your intuition on any one of these aspects, it's going to be a good fit for you. So if you're not, then it may be a less than good fit. So follow that intuition today. Look at your higher self. respond versus react. And again, being the first of the year, this is a great time to sit down and put together some things that you want for yourself for the next year. And obviously putting things down like winning mega bucks or winning the lottery and things like that, I kind of really, the universe doesn't really respond to requests like that in a literal sense. However, if you put down things that you want for yourself that are important to yourself, listening to your intuition, and put that on paper and keep it somewhere and revisit it throughout the year, I promise you're going to see a big difference when you're sitting down next year at 2022 and looking at your past year. So I do hope you enjoyed this reading for today. I wish everyone a happy, healthy, and abundant new year. And until tomorrow, be safe, be well, and be blessed.